Listen, so many people cower under this thing, writer's block, yo. And I'm here to tell you right now, writer's block is not normal. We've normalized it, but it's not normal. It's not natural. What is normal and natural is to be in a state of infinite, boundless flow forever.
Real good vibe, that's all we be on. One wrong move like the lovely neon. Y'all bullshit while I sip my tea on. I don't sip no syrup, I lean on. Positive, I tell it negative. Dig on this cool on this side, they don't tell it what he on. Fuck that shit, y'all try and get me on. I see past that shit, I'm beyond.
Miss me with that, hold on. Yeah. Miss me with that shit, y'all be on.
Peace. My name is Ayotemi. Welcome back to Sign by Source. All right. In this video, we getting into something, you know what I'm saying, another juicy one. I mean, every time I come on here, it's fire, all right? So go ahead and hit that subscribe and hit that notification bell. You know what I'm saying? We're talking today about writer's block, all right? And I got an instant cure for y'all, all right? By the end of this video, your writer's block, finito, all right? Listen, so many people cower under this thing, writer's block, yo. And I'm here to tell you right now, writer's block is not normal. We've normalized it, but it's not normal. It's not natural. You know what I'm saying? What is normal and natural is to be in a state of infinite, boundless flow forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've heard so many people talk about writer's block and talk about it like, yeah, when I get writer's block, you know, I just stop creating for a second and this is actually MF Doom.
A lot of times I find myself, writer's block. I get that all the time. It's part of the process. When that happens, I just tend to just leave it alone and do something else. And, that's when I'll do something like I'll read or like.
Sorry, MF Doom. I love you, but listen, you know what I'm saying? Writer's block is not something that we as human beings were ever meant to experience. Period. Do you think that a tree, writer's block for a tree would be if it just stopped growing? Do you think a tree ever stops growing? You know what I'm saying? No, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? That's not natural. All right. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to break this down. I'm going to give you something that you can use to always break through writer's block. All right. So let's get into it, man. Yeah. So the creator's nightmare. You know what I'm saying? The creator's nightmare. You're staring at a blank screen. You know what I'm saying? An empty canvas. You can't move. You're stuck, right? Self-doubt, spiraling. It seems like it should be easy, but you just can't do it. Your inner critic, your inner perfectionist. I really hate that word, bro. I hate that word because it's like, you try and force something to be perfect, it will never be perfect. That's not how perfection happens. You're not a perfectionist, all right? You're an overthinker, all right? It's okay, but we're going to get you free of that. You're not a perfectionist. Stop wearing that like it's a badge of honor. No, perfection happens when we're tapped in and we're channeling from divine source, infinite intelligence. That's perfection. You feel me? So, yeah, self-doubt. Your creativity feels forced. And whenever you create like that, you listen back to it, you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel good, or you just it doesn't even come, right? Because you're trying to force it. Terrible. It's a nightmare. The real problem is not your creativity, right? You already have access to limitless, infinite ideas, source creativity in all of its abundance. Belongs to you, right? By birthright. So the issue is not creativity. Your issue is your connection to source, your connection to this divine creative source, right? And maybe it's not even that you're not connected, but you don't know how to connect to source in your creativity. You know what I'm saying? That's the issue. Listen, I don't face writer's block. There's never a time that I'm creating and it's not flowing, right? If it's ever not flowing, it's just because I'm trying to force it, which I promptly fix, and then it flows. Yeah, the real problem is that you're trying to create and not receive. You're trying to generate these ideas. You're trying to generate this creativity on your own instead of receiving it and allowing it to flow through you. That's the real problem right there, right? I'll give you the, the metaphor of a conduit of electricity, right? Behind the wall. Imagine this conduit trying to generate electricity on its own, right? The way a conduit works is that it flows from the power grid, flows through circuits and all of that, goes through the conduit, right? And then it's on its way to the light bulb. It goes through the conduit on its way to the light bulb. Imagine this conduit trying to do the job of the generator and create electricity on its own. It's not going to happen, and that's what a lot of people are doing when they try to create, right? That's why you're having writer's block, because you're just not, it's not a block. It's not a block. You're trying to do something that's not your job. And that's why you're struggling, because it's not your job. You feel me? So yeah, that's the real problem right there, man. Hey, Source Artist fam. Quick pause in the conversation to share something very interesting with you, okay? Did you know that most of the people watching this content, getting value from this content, loving this content, are not subscribed? I know. It's crazy, right? Hitting that subscribe button helps ensure that more artists just like you are getting this game, this wisdom, this knowledge. Stop gatekeeping, you feel me? Not only that, but it makes sure that you see the next video right when it comes out, all right? Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get back to transforming your creative process. So the solution, become a conduit, all right? Become a conduit. Realize firstly that you are the vessel, not the generator, okay? It's meant to flow through you without judgment, all right? Your role is to allow, not to force, all right? Surrender to the creative flow and allow that to flow through you, all right? And then, of course, you should connect before creating. For each of these videos that I do, I tap in with Source. You know what I'm saying? I say, yo, Source, God, flow through me, move through me. Allow your voice to be louder than mine. And something that's also extremely powerful that I haven't really been touching on a lot, but because I'm naturally in that state, it's the state that I'm in. You should be in a state of service. You should be in a state of service, wanting to serve God and serve the people through your creations, right? If you're trying to create from a place of self-servingness, like that's not going to work for you. You know what I'm saying? Connect to Source, and that's really key. That's really, really, really key. Connect to Source. Like, yo, Source, I want you to flow through me. Ultimately, because I want to bring you to people. You know what I'm saying? I want to serve you and serve the people. You feel me? That's the heart posture of this. You feel me? So connect to Source in that way. That's how to become a conduit, right? And another thing that I didn't put on here, consistency. The thing about this conduit that's behind the wall for the electricity, it is always available. It is consistently and always available. Every moment of its time, it is operating as a receiver, right? Even when the lights is off for the whole night while I'm asleep, that conduit is still there, still showing up consistently and available from moment to moment. It's consistently showing up, right? That's why its identity is that of a conduit, right? That doesn't mean that you need to be recording a song every moment of every day. But you do need to be in a state of receptivity every moment of every day, as much as you possibly can, right? And you should try to create every single day. It's about showing up consistently. This is how you solidify your identity as a conduit. You feel me? This is how you develop your confidence in Source creativity, right? It's always there, but your confidence in it and your connection to it is the thing that we're working on strengthening here, okay? Yes. So the connection process, all right? I spoke a little bit about this already. But yeah, a very practical process for you. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, okay? In through your nose, If you can count for 4 seconds on the inhale, hold it for a second or two. And then release, right? Slow down. What this does is it connects you back to the present moment. Our mind can be so many different places, right? And the thing about source is that it's always here in the moment, in the present. So we want to connect to the present in order to connect with source. You feel me? Yes. Feel that connection. Feel that connection to creative source. You can visualize universal creativity. Visualize the light of the Most High flowing through your dome, the top of your dome, and into you. You know what I'm saying? Imagine a golden light pouring into you. This visualization alone brings your attention, because that's exactly what's always happening. But when you intend that, when you focus on that, it materializes it, all right? That's what visualization is about. It's so powerful, and it's real. We have that power, right? So visualize a golden light just pouring into you, right? That's universal creativity flowing in, right? Now you're open to receive without judgment, all right? Be open to receive. When you trust that, the Most High is flowing through, you trusting in that takes away the judgment, whatever comes through. I'm practicing this right now as I'm making this video, fam. This is happening in real time, okay? Whatever is coming through, I'm not judging it, right? Because I know that the Most High is flowing through, right? And also, it's not my job, you feel me, to judge. I already know that the value that you're meant to get from this is going to reach you where you're at. You feel me? Yes. And if it doesn't in this video, it will in the next video. You feel me? So hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. You feel me? Let's keep going. All right. Now, this is a very practical technique for you to use right now. Okay. Right now. I told you by the end of this, we're getting rid of your writer's block. Very, very practical. All right. I call it the ripple technique. All right. Basically, what you do is you start with any word or any concept. Start with a word. All right. You start with a word, and then what you're doing is you're allowing the natural association. So, for example, boom, I have a comb right here. Okay. Comb. Right. This is my first word. All right. Now I'm going to allow the natural associations that come from the word comb to flow through. All right. It's about allowance, remember. So boom, comb, hair, barbershop, sweeping, hair on the floor, beard, trim, clean, cut, shave. You know what I'm saying? Allowing the natural associations to flow. Another thing about when you're allowing, it feels really good. All right. It feels like joy, right? Because it's the spark of natural creation happening, right? There's a moment there also that I was trying to force, but I immediately let it go. I was trying to think of Monique, right? From the movie Hairspray or Barbershop, or whatever the fuck they was doing. Because that popped into my mind, right? But I couldn't remember the name. So yes, it's about allowing the natural associations. That was super fun. I'm gonna do that again. All right. Book, reading, pages, library, librarian, sexy librarian, glasses, quiet, shh. All of these things come from one word. All right. So how can you use this if you're creating a record, right? Start with the first bar that comes. Do not block it, right? There's a lot of objects, but the one that my eyes landed on was book, so I chose book, right? Start with that first bar and keep going. Let the next one come and the next one come and the next one come. It won't come unless you do the next one, all right? If you're writing, it's the same way. Let the words flow. Let it happen. Let it happen, all right? Allow it to happen. There is no writer's block. You're just not allowing it. Allow it to happen. Stop judging it. Stop judging it. Please. I wish I could reach through this camera and shake you. Stop judging it. Let it happen. Okay? It's perfect. It's perfect. You're perfect. All right? I need to do a whole video on what perfection is, right? Because it's like, yo, because it's happening in divine alignment, it is perfect. Even if it's not to the standard of what we qualify as human beings to be good, it's still perfect. Even if your situation's fucked right now, it's perfect because it is what it is. And it's perfectly flowing towards goodness. So it is perfect. Perfect and good are not synonymous. All right? It is perfect. Allow it. Right? Over here getting mad. Quick pause in today's video to share something that might help you. If you're resonating with these concepts about becoming a conduit for divine creativity, I created something called the Source Artist Starter Kit. The starter kit contains my How to Freestyle ebook to take you from freestyle beginner all the way to freestyle champion, the Never Run Out of Words full guide, the Creative Commandments, which basically breaks down my whole philosophy and approach to creativity, as well as 4 powerful audio experiences, all geared towards preparing your mind for creative flow. It's everything that you need to go from struggling artist to an unlimited source creator. Check the link in the description if you're ready to take this work deeper. Now, let's get back to the video. All right, follow the path of least resistance. Yeah, man, it should feel good. It should feel good. If it doesn't feel good, like in my previous thing, I said sexy librarian because it felt good. You know what I'm saying? Like, allow it. Like, I'm not going like tweak my brain to try. Not my job. It's about ease. All right. It's about feeling good. Right. I need to do another video about what it means to feel good. Right. Because the world has completely perverted that. All right. Follow the path of least resistance, of most joy. You feel me? It's all right to choose joy. That's literally the only logical choice. All right. So boom. And please don't misconstrue what I'm saying and take it out of context and stuff, bro. Like, anyway. So yes, this is your instant cure. This is what you're going to take with you from this video. All right. Conduit activation. Connect to source first. All right. Breathe. Slow down. Connect with the present moment. Visualize the golden light pouring into you. All right. Then the first word. Allow it. Begin with anything. Allow it. All right. Trust it. And then the ripple expansion. Let the ideas flow organically on their own. All right. Allow it to keep going. Do not judge it. Do not judge it. That is not your job. Okay. That's it. That's it. All right. It was much more simple than this. We should not even be experiencing writer's block. Right. Connect to source. Start somewhere and go. That's it. You feel me? It's not some, you don't need ECT. You don't need brain shock therapy. All right. Connect and let it flow. That's it. All right. Connect, start, and let it flow. That's it. You feel me? So yeah, this is how you go from block to boundless, man. From block to boundless. I don't know if can y'all read that word? Yeah, it says from block to boundless, okay? Right, 100% immediate creative flow. That's it. Authentic expression. 24/7 sustainable creation. You know what I'm saying? Tap into source and allow it to flow through. 100% 24/7. That's infinitely. That is what you have access to. That is the natural thing, right? That is what we need to normalize. That's the truth. 100% infinitely 24/7. That is what we have access to, right? That's what the plants outside, that's what nature is. 100% infinitely 24/7. That's it. Okay? You know what I'm saying? We have to get away from all of this bullshit, bro. Like, writer's block is trash. It's not real. It doesn't exist. All right? You're just trying to function outside of your job, and so it's not working. And that's how nature works, right? If you're doing something that's not your job, it's not going to work, right? You're a conduit, okay? So yes, that's all for this video. It's been another dope video. Yeah, I'm just frustrated by the whole idea of writer's block, right? Because you shouldn't be experiencing that. But yeah, yeah. I want you so much to be free from all of that. Okay? So you got this. You got this. All right. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, hit that like and subscribe. All right. If you want resources on how to tap into these things, click the link below that says how to freestyle. I want to get better at freestyling. All right. Click that. Get the Source Artist Transformation Starter Kit. That'll help you out. It'll get you right. If you want to work with me one-on-one, if you want to be part of the Source Artist Transformation 6-week program for this month, all right, go ahead and click apply. Apply to work with me. Fill it out. All right, this is a premium offering. It's not cheap. All right, fill it out. I'll review your application. If you're the perfect fit, I'll reach out. We'll schedule an initial breakthrough call and we'll get rocking. All right. Listen, your problems frustrate me. All right. Let's get that out of here. Let's get that out of here. All right. Let's turn you into a limitless creator, creating the best music of your life, the best creations of your life. All right. Let's do it. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. It's been a pleasure.